We're live on the air, hiphopphilosophy.com radio's Monday Night Fresh with an extra special guest. Like, it's about time we had Kurious on the phone. Kurious, the constipated monkey, the legendary New York hip-hop pioneer.
Oh, man, thank you, man. It's a little AC, man. What's good? What's good?
I'm 50 now. How old are you now?
53. That's how you set off your interviews, man, with these whack questions, man.
I expect to get it from you tonight, Kurious. Like, it's crazy how you've stood the test of time, bro. Like, the new album with the Cut Beatles is really amazing. And you really...
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh, yeah. You really came through for those guys, like, and they did for you, too. So that's a really landmark album, a very important album in hip-hop history right there.
The support that you've given the record, man, and other folks that I've just heard on the West Coast, like regular fans and people that reached out, just saying they really playing the record. I just appreciate it. But the way you've shown that record so much love, man, and I just want to say thank you, man. It really helps and keep me inspired. You know, we all got complicated lives and stuff, and that inspiration is priceless, bro. And it comes from people that really love the music and are loving enough to share that. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, man.
I ran into Psycho Les a few weeks ago, and I told him, like, yo, you heard that album? He's like, nah. I'm like, yo, you got to listen to it, bro. Kurious is gonna resurge. He's gonna have a resurgence in his popularity because he's.
Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, this game is hard, and the shit is very unforgiving. So, because I mean, I've been for the last, I'm gonna say, let me see, shit, we're in 23. For the last like 20 years, 15 to 20 years, like I've been going hard for like the last 15 years. Like prior to my first stuff, but it's like just to get back. Like once you quote unquote fell off the boat, to get back, just to get your head out of the freaking ocean, like to stick your head out, it's like you gotta like chop wood for 15 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how this game is, you know. So like, you know, a Monkey Man, that's like the fruit of the labor, you know what I mean? It's like it came about, it was great, but it's all a product of, gosh, just trying to, you know, just chipping away at that stone like that movie, man. What the fuck was it? Where the guy like chipped his way out of jail or some shit. That's how it is, you know. So salute to you, man. Salute to the Monkey Man record and Cut Beatles. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, but there's so much more coming, bro. Like if you got happy, you're gonna be so happy, man. Watch. Mark my words.
Well, I'm already very happy to know that you're still here in 2023 and still you're doing well. And
thank you, bro.
You're willing and able, and you're willing and able.
We gotta do it for the older guys, man. We got, you know, we pass the torch to the kids, right? But that doesn't mean that we gotta stop rocking. You know what I mean? So I'm all about the kids, the young guys, and but I'm gonna still always stay a kid too, man, and rock it for us, for the OGs, because we got information that they need that they don't have, and we spread that information by being true to our craft and just being great and loving this shit and feeling grateful to be doing it. So we still have a mission and we still have a great purpose, like the older guys that really love this shit.
Well, we your original fans who were there when you came out and bought your album when it came out, we're extra happy.
Yeah,
we're extra happy for you and proud to see that you're still willing and able to make music that will relate to us, because most guys from that era, they might think they're willing and able, but when they try, they fail to select beats and production that is up to par with what made them legendary. And to see,
I see that, but you very strong. Like I watch your stuff. Like you have a really strong. You hold the flag hard for like the classic shit. You know what I'm saying? So you may be a hard person to I'll say the please a hard person to satisfy on the hip hop. I respect that though, cause you are you. You say you really, and we need people to lock down that corner of the hip hop, cause that's my favorite corner. You know what I'm saying? But the way you do that is good, and I'm grateful and I'm happy that that Monkey Man was able to fit into that. So thank you again.
Oh no, yeah. The appreciation is 360, bro. It goes all the way around, back and forth.
So I feel it, bro. You can't. I remember, man. Even when you sent me the thing, like with the meme, like with the picture or whatever, the thing, you know what I'm saying, the album of the year, whatever it was. I forgot what the caption was, but it was probably like 2 in the morning over here or something. When I got that And that was like right when it came out, bro. And I got that moment. It gave me a good feeling when I looked at that. I said, man, you know, because we love to make music and we selfless when we make it, man. But it feels good to get some props. You know what I'm saying? To get some love from it. And I remember that because that was like a great gift, man.
Well, thank you.
Going. That's when I wake up the next day and write 2 more bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. Yeah, but you know, I've been keeping in touch with you and watching you evolve, and it's been a real blessing. Shout out to Dave Darr, who sent me that acapella a long time ago from his song he produced for you, so that I could remix it for you. Like that was very unique of a producer to send another producer an acapella from a song they just produced, so that they could do a remix for that. So for Dave Darr to do that, he's a very cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Dave Darr is a really special dude.
I'm glad that worked out for you, man.
Shout out to Dave Darr, and we are your original fans. So like, to see you still be able to make music that relates to us is very unique. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists don't have the strength of their soul to maintain that creative edge that keeps it sharp. You know, your sword is very sharp in 2023 for someone who's been through the industry like you have.
It takes a certain discipline. It takes a certain discipline to do that. It's not just a music thing; it's a lifestyle. It's how you navigate through life as a man. You know what I mean? I really feel like if you really want to, you know, keep your craft close to you, you have to. There's certain ways you have to walk. You know, and some of it is just a blessing, man, from Most High that I can't even probably explain. You know, so I don't want to say like I got the full formula, but I do understand that it does take a level of sacrifice and a level of love. You know what I'm saying? You got to really love this shit, and you got to show it the love that it deserves so it can show us the love in return. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I do what I do, to give back to the culture. I started bringing artists to LA who had never been to LA in 2000, and I did MF Doom's first show in LA in 2002. And
that's dope, man. Rest in dope.
Yeah, so we did I've done at least 24 shows for legends of the modern day era, like Insight, Edon, Jedi Mind Tricks, MF Doom, J Zone. I brought them all to LA for their first shows, and that's how I met Doom. And
okay.
So like and I know a lot of people who know Doom as well. You know, being that I've done a show with him and my age, and so I am one of those people who thinks that MF Doom is still alive. What will you have to say to a person like me?
Well, I'm gonna say to you that he is alive. He's alive. He's alive in the ether. That's more infinite and more powerful than any physical body anyway. You know what I'm saying? So however you want to slice it or look at it, I'm gonna go with you. MF Doom is alive, absolutely.
I'm not going to probe too hard into that on you. I'm not going to go too deep into that. But thank you for sharing your words on it. You're a super humble dude, bro. You're really down to earth, and it's really nice to know you.
Yo, you know what? You gotta be, man. You know, anything less is uncivilized, bro. It's like, you know, this is a gift, man. It's hard. You gotta navigate it. It doesn't mean I take no shit from nobody. You know what I'm saying, at all. You know, but I'm a gentleman. But humble don't mean that. You know, just meaning that you're always aware of the fact that, yo, this whole thing is a gift. You understand? And every person from the CEO of whatever to the homeless dude on the street, it's at the end of the chess game, all the pieces go back in the box, bro. There's nobody's better than anybody. You understand?
Right on, brother.
And when you carry it accordingly, you're gonna be just more effective across the board, and you're gonna be able to accomplish more with your loved ones, your family, with people. And at the end of the day, when this life is over, you can look back and be like, you know, AC was a good dude out here. You know what I mean? AC did his part. You know what I mean? So shout to that.
Lots of love, brother. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it.
Likewise, bro.
So you being so down to earth and such a easy person to
I got my, you know, thank you for that. I do got some good qualities like that, but I got the other ones too. If I put my wife on the phone, they're gonna show you a bag of shit too. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well,
I'm human, you know what I mean? And I got my shortcomings, and I'm working on it.
Well, I'm sure that the way that you treat your fans.
Yeah, I'm a fan too, so we can fan out together.
Well, the reason why I have my other special guest in the studio here today is, he's also very easy to get along with, very down to earth, and very humble,
Okay.
lyrical giant. And you guys made a song together recently. So I'm here with Substance Abuse's Eso Tre.
Substance abuse. Peace, substance abuse. Peace, cuzzo. What's good, man?
How did you guys meet? How did you meet Substance Abuse?
She reached out to me, right? Reached out to me. I don't know if it was on Gram. Some. Yeah. And yo, we did, they sent me the beat for the feature. The beat was slamming. And I laid the music down, and then we linked up by Columbus Circle in the city, man. We drank a whiskey and a Guinness stout, and went to Central Park and shot a little footage. And yeah, man, it was great.
Well, he and I are very much from the same generation and very much from the same school, the same family tree of hip hop. So we both have this special giddiness right now. We both feel extra honored to have you on the phone and
thank you, brother. Thank you.
And to share the song that you made last week. I started my new mix with your song last week. Don't Add Me song.
Yo, I just want to say, man, I like AC. I grew up on Kurious's music. You know what I'm saying? Constipated Monkey, one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made. And I've had one of the things that I can look back on in my journey in hip hop, man, is just the surreal experiences of working with my heroes, and people that I respect. Substance abuse is all about just trying to bring the vibes back, you know what I'm saying? So when we get to connect with the people that made us, influenced us, our heroes, and we get to collab, there's nothing better than that for us,
Well, salute to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I wish I could do songs and stuff with. Maybe I will. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of dudes that I would love to work with. You know what I'm saying? If it's possible. Yo, you see Grand Poobah, man, tell him let's do something. You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to holler at Grand Poobah and Sadat X and even Lord Jamar about doing beats for them, but they a lot of artists are just not able to really identify with the producers today who are doing it, who make worthy beats.
So who are some of your favorite producers today?
Have you ever heard of Dressar Monumental?
I'm bad with names, bro, and I'm out the loop. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not the good internet guy, so everything is on the web, so I miss a lot. But I know Pete Rock to this day, he got bangers.
All right, well, there's guys that are not really known. I mean, of course,
yeah.
you might have heard of J Zone, I'm sure.
I heard of J Zone, definitely.
All right, okay. Have you heard of Insight?
Nah.
He's from
familiar though. Insight.
He's from Boston. He's from Boston, and him and Edon are from Boston. And Edon and Insight.
Oh, I know Edon. I know Edon. I met him through Sandman.
Well, Edon and Insight came into the music, the record, making culture around the same time in the late '90s, and they're both the best since '98. Nobody does it better than these two guys since '98.
Okay, shit.
Dressar Monumental, he produced all of the amazing music that MF Grimm made after 2010.
Okay.
The long list of producers who make beats today who are worthy of legends like you to make solid albums like you just made with the Cut Beatles. Tell me the story how you linked up with Cut Beatles.
Yeah. It's crazy because they reached out to me, but with an email, they from social media, but they reached out in an email. It looked like a serious business proposition. When dudes make a business proposal, that it was written out look, we are the Cut. We give them the background. We're from Finland. We're the Cut Beatles, and we were we have an eclectic compilation of music, and we were thinking of what MCs would fit on this thing, and we thought of you, and it was just almost like a story, the email, the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it sounds like they're gonna be all right, we do this project. Here's whatever $1,000, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it's definitely money involved, right? So I hit them back. I said, I listened to the music because and I loved it. I was like, yo, this shit is I could see it in my head already. I was like, this shit is retro. It's like some boom bap shit, but it's right now. These dudes are playing live instruments. You're hearing dirty SP12 drums, but then you're hearing a live bass or something like that. You be hearing the scratch. I'm just like, this shit is just, it's so unique, but so retro. I already knew. I was like, yo, when I start flowing on this shit, I said the people my peers, like the older guys, like the ones that are really tired of shit the way it is. Like me, whatever. I like music. I don't really put shit in genres, but those guys, I was like, oh, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. Like I felt it. They're gonna love it. And but anyway, so I read the thing. So I hit them back. I said, yo, yeah, I give me such and such thousands for this shit, and it's on. And they're like, nah, man, we don't have any money, no budget, but we figured after 3 or 4 songs, we make like a demo, we can shop at the company. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. You know, so it wasn't even for any money up front or nothing. I don't know these guys, nothing. They're from Finland. And I just started knocking these shits out, man, along with other stuff that I'm working on. And a lot of this too was during the time when my mom was sick. You know, my mom passed away. She was going through cancer and chemo and all that shit. You know, all through this when I did most of that project. You know, and the energy's kind of up. It was like a way of me like escaping that, because that was a really hard like 8 months of my life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then I just did a few songs, and then after a few songs, it was sounding great right off the rip. Like you could hear the energy, and the labels, it was like people were hearing, they weren't that interested, you know. So we shopped it to a few labels I won't mention, but then Weaponized Records or whatever, tiny UK label. They were like, yo, they were so excited, like with the same energy like that you had when you showed the love to us, the same energy I have now talking about it, same energy that they had the same energy. Like this is a older dude, UK, shout the guy, and he's got the energy of a kid, man. When he was hearing the record, oh, I'm so excited, this is great. Then you see like the little clips he does, the way it's packaged, everything. There was a lot of care, a lot of love behind it, man. So that's how it came together. So, then the rest is history, man. We still rocking, and I'm glad that the shit did what it did. You know what I mean? And we working on the second version of that.
How did you meet MF Doom? How did you meet the Beatnuts? Where did you grow up at, and how did you navigate your into the legendary status you have earned?
Shit, I grew up on West 97th in Amsterdam, in Manhattan, Upper West Side, and I met Doom, and Bobito lived in my building. So I was when I got out of high school. Bob gave me a job at Def Jam, so I was a messenger. I was like a messenger there. I wasn't an intern. I was a messenger, a regular job. So what happened? So then I started working on music there. Like people would give me like rhymes and stuff, and I really didn't have any aspirations. But then once I was there, dudes would give me records, to be like, dude, you nice, and Bob too. And they put me to start working on demos. And around that time, we were cool with Third Bass. They introduced me to Third Bass. One day, Third Bass comes in the office, and Doom is with them. It's before Gas Bass came out. You know what I'm saying? And he was Zev Love X, and it's like kind of like. Yeah, as soon as I met him right there, like we start talking, and it's like we was probably chilling in the club that night or the next day, and then we were just friends ever since. Like it was just like instantaneous, you know what I'm saying? And so Doom, and then I met. That's how it was when I met my man Power Rule, True Power Rule. Shout out to Power Rule. You know, we met one time. He came out of office. Bob, he introduced him. We was chilling. We just became boys. And Power Rule knew the Beatnuts. Power Rule played me some music the Beatnuts did. I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. And so then I was supposed to link up with Juju. Juju didn't show up, so that man Vic showed up. VIC was kind of like the invisible member of the Beatnuts, you know what I'm saying? And he showed up, and he played me, Walk Like a Duck, and we got started right there. Then I met Psycho Les. Psycho, he's the man. He's always working on music. He is hip hop, you know what I'm saying, too. And I go to his crib, man, and he fucking throw me beats, and we chill out. We were boys. We hang out too. We go to we hit the clubs. We just hanging out, spending the night at the crib. You know what I mean?
Yo, it is.
When he lives in Jersey, he got his kids. I go over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a family thing, man. Salute to all those guys, but that's pretty much how I met all of them. It kind of came through. You can say Bobito's the scene, because Bobito, the one who got me the job. Bobito gave me my name. He made Kurious. He told me, yo, Kurious. I'll talking a couple names up. I forgot what it was. And so Bob, it came through Bob, and then that's how I met Doom, Third Bass, Beatnuts, all those guys.
Respect to Big Bobito.
Shout out Bobito.
It's weird because I saw Psycho Les, and I told him about the project, and he didn't know about it. And I told him he'd be real happy for you. And
that's dope, man. Thank you for saying that. Because you know those guys, they've been really active. They do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So me, I've been putting in work, but I'm out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta come find me. Like, you know, nobody knows what the fuck I'm doing. You can find it though. The work is there. I didn't crack the window all the way. You know what I'm saying?
The real point of interest about the whole Beatnuts and Kurious relationship is that they produce some amazing music for you, but like you are making better music than they are making today. Like your album that you just released is better than anything they put out for the past 20 years. It's like they're missing in action. It's like the industry has their soul and they can't find that creative edge that made them the legends that they are. So all of their new music is a huge sad experience for us.
You know what it is though, AC though. You gotta remember, man. You know, we all got our own perspectives. But I mean, like to me, the early Beatnuts shit. I mean, I don't, and their latest stuff. I don't know the more recent stuff. I'm just the way they don't know Monkey Man. I don't know if they did something brand new, but I'd love to find out. So those guys are timeless, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm glad you feel strongly about Monkey Man, and I hope, you know, maybe we can collab with them again. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens.
I don't understand why they don't do that no more. Why they don't work with you and make the same kind of music they used to make. It's like, oh my goodness.
You know, time goes by, right? And I saw Psycho recently. He actually got it in one of my videos that you're gonna be seeing soon. It's for another project. But I saw him less recently. We cool, we chill. But you know, you gotta remember, man, like when so much time passes, bro, people have their lives, you know, and it's not to say that, you know, as fans, we listen to music and we want it to be just like it was back then. Like, why y'all can't just rekindle the flame, or why it can't? But, you know, it's like...
Well, I'm complimenting you more than anything because, like the way I would compliment Dell, who kind of outlasted and outdid Ice Cube, or the way I would compliment Psycho Realm, who today make better music than Cypress Hill. You know, like, there's artists that, like the Legion today, make way better music than Drez is making. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
I don't play with this music, AC. Like, I don't play with this shit. When it comes to the writing and the recording, like, I don't play with that shit. I gotta get my legs up under me for like some of the other stuff, like the promotional stuff, the videos, even the shows. I gotta get back out on the road and get, you know, that's like riding a bike, but you gotta get your wheels under you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's stuff. But when it comes to that writing and recording and creating, like, I don't like because nothing can stop me from doing that. I can do that in my house. So I'm not playing. Like, I don't bullshit. I ain't fucking around with none of that. Like, when I go try to put that music down and I try to keep my own style. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can like, people will always be like backing on certain beats because like me and Doom, we came up doing it together. You're gonna hear like certain with Crib. You're gonna hear certain similarities in your family. Like, it's like a genetic code. But you know, everybody, but always have your own style. Like, I could never try to imitate any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I'm glad that we got like this common thread. But I always stay true to my style, and that there is the secret to it. Like, just do what you do, and you'll always be fresh. That's how I feel.
He said the word fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah. Curious. I'm gonna wrap this up because I got a lot of music to play, and I got to talk to Eso Tre here some more.
Rock that shit.
But thank you so much for joining us tonight on Monday Night Fresh, HipHopPhilosophy.com
My
radio.
pleasure, bro. Thank you.
We are the radio station that never plays the same song. We believe and find and share the proof that hip hop only gets better with time. There's no.
You a fucking soldier. You're a warrior for this shit, bro. Salute to you.
Well, thank you for being the proof that if I was never born, this shit would still be here. It's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. I just find and share the evolution as opposed to the de-evolution, and I don't give up on it. I never give up on it.
That's great, man. Thank you. Lucky to have you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And yo, shout out to Eso, and shout out to all the listeners, man. Love, and I'm gonna keep banging out that stuff that you're gonna love. I promise.
We have a lot of faith in you, brother. You've earned it. So thank you very much.
Okay. Appreciate you, man.
Peace. All right, yo, Eso Tre. What's up, Eso Tre? How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm just happy to be here. You know, with my AC to PD. Always kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I get down on the state of affairs in music, you kind of lift me back up, man.
Thank you very much, Eso Tre. it's a mutual thing, you know. Like I always hear an Eso Tre song that I never heard out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, Eso Tre, that guy sounds like you. Listen, hear this shit, dude. This shit is dope. He's like, yeah, man, that's that old joint. I'm like, fuck, man, he's a beast. He's a lyrical, like he has a lot in common with Kurious. He's very unique in his own style, and it's undeniably great. Him and his group, What Up Subs, Substance Abuse, has been putting out quality music since as far as the late '90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, we put out a tape in the late '90s called Brand New Crime with a group on the A side that's really dope called Mike.edu. And you know what I'm saying? They believed in our music, and really the way we started to do things was on UCSB's radio station. So KCSB, a bunch of different hip hop shows used to play us. One of those shows was ran by a rapper named Eric Solo, so that's how we started, you know what I mean?
Are you telling me that you started this USB shit?
I'm not USB, UCSB, but it's still a weird place, you know, to think, because I'm from LA, obviously, and this is where I got my hip hop education, right? My man just said Isla Vista, you know, so I got my hip hop education in Los Angeles, but when I went up to college, I'm kind of like, all right, so I'm this b-boy cat, and I'm in basically a surf town. You know, and I'm like, how do I survive? You know what I mean? And then when I started to kind of get out there, I realized that there was a hip hop community there, and there was a lot of really dope rhymers and people doing things, you know?
Who produced that record last week that you played? Tazo. Shout out to Tazo, who rocked a dope beat for the Don't Add Me joint. So, like, Eso Tre is one of those unsung heroes in the culture who's been very consistent. He's stood the test of time. What would you say has inspired you and kept you so deep-rooted, you know, so strongly rooted in the culture, and as opposed to falling off and start to rap on whack beats? You haven't done that.
I mean, basically, like, this is the way I see hip-hop is, like, when I was growing up on it, there was a musicality to the beat, so it was like you were really listening to a musical composition, you know what I'm saying? It was well thought out, and people really took their time into making something that was epic. And that's the kind of music that I at least aspired to make, you know what I'm saying? And it seemed like what started to happen with a lot of hip hop is cats were just kind of content with putting something out that wasn't really, you know, the best that they could do, you know what I mean? So to us, it was always about making a musical composition. It wasn't just about rapping over a beat. I mean, that can be done pretty easily. But when you're talking about having a groove and having some kind of feeling to the music, you know, I want to feel like I did as that 15-year-old kid walking into a house party and hearing the stuff that I loved back then, you know, the vibe that you got from it. That's how I judge all the music I make to this day is, you know, would 15-year-old Eso be feeling it? And I think a lot of cats, you know, they kind of just got sort of content with just putting out stuff that didn't really have a lot of feeling to it. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be one of those dudes.
And you make it look so easy when you're doing it, but it's a natural thing. You're gifted. The Creator blessed you with a lot of talent to share with the world, and we are proud to share it. I know you guys had a lot of involvement with Mike Nardone. Would you give Mike Nardone a lot of credit for sharing your early music with the world?
Yeah, so the way we met Nardone was I used to work at New Groove Alliance, which was a record label up in South San Francisco. And when we put out our first single, What the F You Rhyming For, which you so kindly played on your show, which we appreciate. So we sent it out to people. But the thing is that before a lot of these radio stations would play music, like they had to consult with the music promoter at the label, or he had to kind of nudge them to play something. But what I remember distinctly was that Nardone played Withdrawals, which was the B-side of the single, without anyone from the label nudging him. He just put it on GP, you know what I mean? And that was a great song. That was Subs' solo cut. And from then on, we were just like, you know what I'm saying? We would just shoot him music, and he always supported us. We went on there and freestyled, and yeah, much love to Mike Nardone.
Was that the first radio show DJ, the first DJ to really share your music like that?
I would say Nardone was the first famous radio DJ that ever played our stuff. You know what I'm saying? For sure. We got on Sway and Tech one time. You know what I mean? We played What the F You Rhyming For in there. I can't. I think it was after Nardone.
Yeah, I just wanted to give some love to Mike Nardone because that's my big brother, a big inspiration to me. I'm a big fan and I respect that man greatly. So big shout out to Mike Nardone. All right, let's talk about your relationship with and how you met and got to work with the amazing, legendary Cutmaster Kurt.
That was interesting, man. Like basically, when I was a senior in college, I sent out demos. That when I say demo, I say that tape that we put out, Brand New Crime. I sent it to a bunch of record labels that I got a list from of, you know, that were kind of doing the same kind of music. And basically the only cat that responded was Kurt. And I remember he even got on the phone with me and started talking. And I was like, this dude is cool. He's really down to earth. And that was really cool of him to just take the time to talk with me because I was a nobody. You know what I mean? When I got a job at the label, I'm working in an office with a dude that actually knows Kurt. So then he's like, oh, you remember that dude that sent you a demo from Substance Abuse? He's actually working right next to me, right? When it came time for New Groove to kind of, basically New Groove was going under, and we were sitting on the single with MF Doom. I was talking to Mike Nardone and I was like, yo man, New Groove is about to go under. Who do we get to put the single out? And he goes, holler at Cutmaster Kurt. So Kurt ended up putting out that single through Fat Beats. The B-side was Everyone's a Critic featuring Rascal, and that's the relationship started there, man. So that's a good 20 years ago.
All right, so fast forward to 2023, you just put out a new 7-inch with Cutmaster Kurt, right?
Yep. You know, with Doom's passing, we had the idea, or I should say Kurt really had the idea of putting out this remix of the song we did 20 years ago. But the whole travail with that was we didn't even know if we could ever get these vocals again. And what happened was I had to holler at No, who was the original producer for Substance Abuse and a super talented cat, and just a good friend, you know what I'm saying? But I hadn't talked to him in a long time, and I'm like, yo, do you still got those lyrics? And it became this whole big technical fiasco. We had to send tapes to the East Coast and to get them transferred and sent back to the West Coast. We didn't know if they existed, but luckily they did, so we were able to do the remix.
What's in the future for Eso Tre and the Substance Abuse crew?
So right now we're working on a new album called Cooler Heads Prevail. We just re-released Background Music, which is our second album on Select the Hits record. That album features Tash, Sadat X, MCA, KRS-One, Percy P, Micah 9, rest in peace Max Julian. Cutmaster Kurt is on there, you know what I'm saying? It's called Background Music. Get it on Selected Hits. Peep us out on Instagram, Substance Abuse Hip Hop. Our YouTube is Substance Abuse Music. Twitter is Subs and Eso Tre. Facebook's Substance Abuse Hip Hop. I'm on Facebook as Eso Tre. Holler at me, man. Much love to AC for supporting us and giving us life in this game, continued life. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you know, how fortunate we are to have you. That's all I gotta say, man.
Thank you very much. Let's get back into the mix tonight. I got a lot of great music to share with you tonight, so let's get back into that right now.